Greetings, fellow Princeps and Moderati. Let me welcome you to my small lecture on the Warbringer Titan, which the only classification we get so far is the Nemesis class. While you listen in, you can work on your Titan's internal cables, you can polish your God Engine's armor panels, or you can grab a glass of Amasec and just listen in. So, let us start with the Warbringer Titan. The Warbringer Titan is a hybridization between Reaver Battle Titan and the Warlord Battle Titan. Technical data is very rare, but height-wise, the Warbringer Titan sits in between the Reaver and the Warlord. He got 2 weapon hardpoints of Reaver class weaponry on its arms and 1 carapace hardpoint with the Warlord weapon class. It is piloted and manned by 1 Princeps, 4 Moderati and 2 Tech Priests. The only known pattern is the Mars Alpha pattern that features the signature Maury Quake cannon on the carapace hardpoint. In game of Adeptus Titanicus, the Warbringer Titan comes in with 325 points base costs with a scale of 9. He got a command value of 4 up, ballistic skill 3 up, weapon skill 5 up. The speed is 5 base and 7 inch boosted. It got 2 maneuvers base and can be boosted to 3 maneuvers, and got 4 servitors on board for game reasons. It got 7 plasma reactor points and 6 void shield points, and it features the Ardex Defensor cannon like the greater cousin, the Warlord Battle Titan, which states that while he is activated in the combat phase, he will shoot enemies in the front and in the rear arc within 6 inches with D3 strength 5 hits. The weapons of a Warbringer is the Bellicosa Volcano Cannon or the Maury Quake Cannon on the carapace hardpoint, and the arm mounts can fit Reaver class weaponry like the Gatling Blaster, the Laser Blaster, the Volcano Cannon and the Melter Cannon. A Warbringer Titan cannot be equipped with any close quarters combat weaponry. The weapons on the carapace are the Bellicosa Volcano Cannon, a Warlord class weapon with a maximum range of 60 inch, 1 dice, a strength of 12 and 55 points. The traits are a blast template of 5 inches, the carapace rule and draining like any volcano cannon. Normally, the carapace weapons on a Warbringer got the corridor arc, but with the Loyalist Legio books, he got the front arc, which is not corrected in the subsequent errata, so we go with this flow. The Bellicosa Volcano Cannon is the way to fit one of these high-strength, one-shot weapons on a smaller chassis than a Warlord Titan. If the next errata states that it's only got the corridor, it's not that good like a Warlord arm, but if it stays the front arc, it's very reliable for hitting hard. The Maury Quake Cannon got a range of 24 in a short section with -1 accuracy and a maximum range of 72. It got 1 dice, a strength of 9, cost 20 points, got a 5 inch blast, the carapace, concussive and quake trait. Also, as mentioned on the Bellicosa Volcano Cannon, in the Loyalist Legio book it stated front arc, not as we known it, the corridor arc. The Mori Quake Cannon is the cheaper of the weapon options, and it's more of a harassment weapon due to concussive and quake. Auto shake Imperial Knights so that they lose their orders, and restrict enemy units' movement or throw them around and maybe trigger a collision, so I think the Mori Quake Cannon is a reliable and very cheap weapon for harassment and support. The ARM hardpoints are Reaver class weaponry and the Gatling Blaster with 15 points, a range of 24 is the cheapest option. The short range of 8 inches got a +1 to hit modifier, 6 dice, strength 5 and the front arc with the ordnance trait. Very cheap weapon on their arms, but maybe not the best choice due to the low range. The Melter Cannon with 24-inch maximum range, one-shot, strength 11, with 35 points, a 3-inch blast. The fusion trait in a front arc is like the Gatling Blaster, not the best weapon due to the low range and only one-shot blast. The Volcano Cannon with a 60-inch range, maximum one-shot, strength 10, 25 points blast, 3 inches and the draining in the front arc is more reliable due to the longer range, but it's also a blast weapon like the Carapace weapons, and it cannot be targeted on any enemy Titan's locations, so it is a double-edged sword. The Laser Blaster with a maximum range of 32 inches and on the long range between 16 and 32 with a -1 to hit, 3 dice, strength 8, 25 points and Shield Bane if you drain the weapon in the front arc, is a kinda reliable weapon for targeted attacks and or shield breaking if you like, and if you combine it with the right Legio. I don't know which armament is the best, but I think the battlefield role kinda dictates which weapons are the most reasonable. I divide the Warbringer Titan into 2 battlefield roles. One is the Hunter and one is the Support Titan. The Hunter is equipped with the Bellicosa Volcano Cannon on top and on the arm hardpoints with Volcano Cannons and or Laser Blaster for maximum long range heavy hitting. Due to the blast templates on the Volcano Cannons not so reliable, so you can spice it up with a Laser Blaster to get even some targeted shots, and he can stay very far away from the enemy in the backfield and lay templates here and there, and would benefit from the split fire rule if the Carapace weapon stays front arc. The support battlefield role features the signature Mori Quake Cannon on the Carapace hardpoint, and the arm weaponry can be all 4 options: Gatling Blaster, Melter Cannon, Laser Blaster or Volcano Cannon. It's kinda how you want to field this Titan. If you wanna get it relatively cheap, just field Gatling Blaster and get it in the midfield so that he can spam some Mori Quake Cannon shells, but can support your Titans with a 24-inch ranged Gatling Blaster shield breaking fire, or spice it up with a Gatling Blaster and a Volcano Cannon to get some shield breaking and some heavy hitting on an arm weapon. If you want to go full in, field a Gatling Blaster and a Melter Cannon and march this bad boy forward to get some shield ripping and armor plate tearing with high heated air. If you want to go more on a conservative support role, field him with the Mori Quake Cannon and volcano cannons and or laser blasters for template throwing and or targeted shots from the backfield. I think the Warbringer Titan is a kinda oddball in Adeptus Titanicus, cause it fits many roles but is master of none. If you want to build your battle force around a Warbringer Titan, just field it on a budget in an Arcus Maniple with 2 accompanying Warhounds as a mandatory choice, and if you may equip him with a Moric Quake Cannon and 2 Gatling Blasters, and give the Warhounds a Vulcan Megabolter each and maybe a Turbo Laser Destructor and a Plasma Blast Gun, you go on 805 points. That's really good for the firepower that he can dish out with his Mori Quake Cannon. And remember that you can restrict and hinder the movement of enemy formations while the Warhounds sneak around. In my opinion, it's better to get the Warbringer out as an auxiliary choice, which he is since the Loyalist Legate book and the errata, and get him on steroids, max him out like you wanna field this auxiliary choice. I personally like to field him like you see here on the turntable, with a Mori Quake Cannon and 2 Volcano Cannons on the arms, and under the rule set of Legio Furion, the one and only Legio I wanna field my entire life. It's very important that you equip him with the hunting specs if you go Furion, so that you can negate -1 to hit modifier if a pesty enemy would hide behind scenery, or maybe if you want to field him with laser blasters for targeted attacks, the -1 on the long range is negated by the hunting specs with Legio Furion. So, do you think the Warbringer Titan is a good choice for Adeptus Titanicus? And which Legio is the one you think he should walk with to get the most bang for your buck? Just write it down in the comments below. If you want to support us from Team Titanicorn in our effort to bring you Adeptus Titanicus content, just leave a like, a comment, or share this video with your friends. If you want to support us further, just visit Patreon/Titanicorn or visit the link in the video description, and maybe the offer there is something for you, like painting tutorials, brief look videos, discussions, and battle reports of Adeptus Titanicus. Thank you for your time, that you listened to this brief look on the Warbringer Titan, and till next time, I am Dizzyfinger from Team Titanicorn. Keep on wargaming, and class dismissed.